let's play a little fill in the blanks, Chris, and let's begin with this. One topic that is very near and dear to my heart, and a drum that I bang every year at this time. Blank had the best draft of any NFL team in the year 2020. Go.
Well, I think I'm going to go to the Baltimore Ravens as the team that jumps out to me. I mean, when I just look at what the Baltimore Ravens did, again, for the second straight draft, I just come away going, man, they're just one of those teams that, again, we could just go, everybody's playing checkers, and they seem to be playing chess, just on another level, the way they operate through free agency and the draft. But to get a starting big-time middle linebacker in Patrick Queen in round 1, then to get J.K. Dobbins in round 2, I mean, one of the most explosive running backs in the draft, 80-yard touchdown type of machine, to have him to go along with that O-line, and, of course, the Lamar Jackson running, good defensive tackle from Texas A&M. I mean, Baltimore, shocker. They collect the biggest, baddest dudes on the planet every year. Get a strong physical receiver out of my school, Texas, and Devin Duvernay, and then get another thumping middle linebacker because they have an issue there in Malik Harrison from Ohio State. So I look at the Baltimore Ravens as being that team. There was a few others in the mix. The Carolina Panthers, I love it, but I just think the Ravens have killed the offseason to this point and killed the draft once again this past weekend.
And given the history of the Ravens, they're competitive almost every year. You never see them go 5-11, 4-12. They're always in the mix. Eric DeCosta's done a great job. Before that, Ozzie Newsome did a spectacular job. He could get a bust in the Hall of Fame separate and apart from the one he earned as a player. But, Chris, I keep coming back to the one thing, and if I'm the only voice out there that will say this after the draft, that's fine with me. We don't know who had the best draft in 2020.
No.
We don't know, and we won't know. It's all a crapshoot, and that's the one thing that I would love to see more of in the draft coverage, but we won't ever see it and hear it because there's no way that the draft experts can tell us which of these guys is going to be a bust. They can say, hey, you know what? Half these guys aren't going to work out. Round 1, half of these guys are going to stink. Instead of hyping up every pick, hey, you know what? Half of these guys are going to stink. Here's the big caveat. Half of these guys aren't going to make it. They're never going to say that because if they say that, number one, it undermines this effort to sell hope to all the fans, that every fan thinks they're one draft away from hatching a dynasty in their local town. But the other side of it, too, is if we're too candid about the fact that half these guys are going to not work out, and then people want to know, since we're the experts, which half, we don't know. And at a certain point, they say, well, why the hell are we listening? But that's the truth. We don't know. We don't know. I remember seeing the draft grades for the Seahawks after the 2012 draft. D-, F+, right? Okay, they got Bobby Wagner and Russell Wilson in that draft. Yeah, D-, C+, my butt. But the thing is, we don't know at the time. We won't know. And that's the beauty of this. For all the time and effort that they put into it, nobody knows what the hell these guys are going to do until they come
but
to
we
the
do
next
know
level.
sometimes we know. Sometimes we come away going, man, they had a great draft. And then we go to the season and we go, damn, those guys that we thought had a great draft have been great during the season. You're right. But it's about potential.
It's about potential. You're absolutely right. And it's about what happens when it's time to go, line up, and get hit hard by a grown-ass man. Everyone's got a ceiling between what they did in college and the NFL or / Pro Football Hall of Fame. We don't know what that ceiling is, and nobody knows what that ceiling is, and we all find out in real time when you throw all these guys in the blender with the guys who have been playing in the NFL for the last 5, 10, 15 years, and that's part of the fun of it. You figure out who has it and who doesn't. So we don't know is my answer. Next one, the quarterback drafted after round 1 who will start a game first is who?
I just can't believe your answer still. I'm going with the we don't know answer to start it off.
We don't know. We don't know. That's the truth. We can lie and act like we do know. I prefer to be authentic and honest with the audience and transparent and say we don't know because you know that's the truth.
Well, I don't. Yeah, to a degree, I think that's the truth. I'm not going to say that's the total truth. No, I do know. I've been around a lot of times. And I've been right a whole lot of times.
We'll see.
So,
we'll see, General Manager Chris Simms. We'll see.
Okay, bullcrap artist on Monday Fill in the Blank show. Good job, you bull. All right, here we go. You ready?
And that's our last show
Hey,
ever.
welcome, London. How are you? Good to have you in today.
If you had April 27 on the pool as to when we'll be canceled because of Chris's mouth, congratulations. Go cash your ticket.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
The quarterback drafted after round 1 who will start a game first is who?
Okay, I go down to two guys here. I mean, one would be James Morgan for the New York Jets. And I'm sorry, I swear, I don't mean to make you mad, almighty master Michael Florio. I look
I'm
at
not
him.
mad. I'm just projecting what the rest of my day is going to be like. That's all.
Okay, I'm sorry. But either way, I look at James Morgan or Jake Luton for the Jacksonville Jaguars to be one of those two guys. I think if you make me pick, though, I'm going to go with Jake Luton, the 6th-round pick from Jacksonville out of Oregon State. They don't necessarily have a backup quarterback situation there in Jacksonville. He's kind of NFL ready, schooled that way. So if I got to pick one, I'll pick him right now. It was between him or James Morgan for the Jets, Mike, because I think the other guys are going to be on the back burner for a little while.
I think it's going to be Jalen Hurts because Jalen Hurts is the number 2 quarterback now behind a quarterback who gets hurt all the time, Carson Wentz. It's that simple. It's not about who's going to earn it. It's about who's going to start a game. And the Eagles drafted Jalen Hurts in round 2 in large part because they know by now, after 5 years of living with Carson Wentz, they know that there's a good chance on any given Sunday he's going to emerge from the game unable to continue to play. So Jalen Hurts, to me, is the guy who's going to be the
Do you
most
think
likely
they
to
throw
start
him out there, though, if that happened this year? You know what I mean? That's what I would question. Just because they have a Nate Sudfeld. They have Nate Sudfeld. Jalen Hurts is a little project. That's the only reason I didn't pick him. I certainly recognize the talent and the thought, but that was the reason I didn't pick him.
Nate Sudfeld's got to emerge from the preseason healthy, something he didn't do last year. So that's his hurdle before he's in a position to start.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.